Alright, to start off this makeup look today, we're going to go in with our Skindinavia Makeup Primer Spray. And then we're going to go in with our L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer to give us that nice, dewy, luminous base for this soft, kind of luminous, springy makeup look. Now I'm going to go in with the pink shade in the e.l.f. Corrector palette, all under both of my eyes. And it takes me a minute to apply this with the little tiny brush that it gives. And I'm not sure how I feel about this concealer. It kind of creased on me. Even after I set it with the powder, it's still creased. Alright, let's see what's next. Yes, alright, my foundations. It Cosmetics CC Cream in Fair, along with the Tarte Water Foundation, I think in Fair Neutral, with my L'Oreal sponge, all over the face. And I do take my time kind of blending this and pushing it into the skin. And I'm using just that kind of flat, rounder side of the sponge to kind of apply this all over and make sure it is nice and blended. I felt like I looked really, really dewy after putting all of these things on my face. Pat, 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 blend, blend, blend around the nose, on the eyes, on the forehead, just everywhere. Apparently I really wanted to make sure this was pushed into my skin. And then I went down my neck, or at least I think that's what I'm doing here. I don't know, I probably just got a mirror so I could see a little bit closer up. Oh, and I'm really obsessed with blending around my hairline. Okay, MAC Prolongwear Concealer in the shade NW15. I go under the eyes with this, down and around my nose, I think on my Cupid's bow, and then a little bit on my chin as well. And then, yep, I go in with the more pointed side to blend all of that together and really push it into the skin. And at this point, when I blended my concealer under my eyes, it wasn't creasing. And even when I set it, it looked fine. It was after the fact. I don't know if I didn't set it well enough or if it was just that e.l.f. corrector that really caused my concealer to crease. And I think you'll see me trying to re-blend that, sadly, with my sponge at the end of the video. Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder to set to my concealer. And I also do set all over my face, just a little bit with this to get rid of the tackiness. Yep. And under my eyes and down and around my nose and the tip of my nose is kind of where all of my product kind of wears off the fastest throughout the day. And yep, this is the powder I use to bring more luminosity. It's the IT Cosmetics Celebration Illumination Powder Foundation in the shade Fair. I kind of just take that all over my skin to make sure it's not too matte for this makeup look. Tarte Park Avenue Princess Shimmering Bronzer. I take this on my cheeks and I think a little bit down my neck and definitely on my forehead and temple area. I apply this bronzer very lightly with an e.l.f. complexion brush. I do this to just slightly warm up my skin, and I like that it has that luminosity to it so it doesn't make my skin completely flat, which really works for this makeup look. I kind of apply this sloppily. Oh, yep, okay, I do take it a little bit on my chin and down my neck. Yeah, I'm very sloppy with my bronzers, as you can clearly see. And then I can't remember, do I pull up my hairline? Yep, there we go. I want to make sure that it's really blended into my hairline a little bit, so I always do that with my bronzers. This is MAC's Well Dressed. It's a powder, obviously a powder blush, I can't talk. It's kind of a nice shimmering light pink. And I'm using my e.l.f. Mineral Powder brush to apply this and buff it into my cheeks. And I actually think that, as you can see, it's kind of shadowy. I think at the end of this video or sometime later, I went in to apply just a little bit more of the blush to build up the color a little bit. I felt like it was just a little too subtle. But yeah, that's what I'm applying there. Now I'm going in with L'Oreal Portifino highlight. Beautiful, beautiful, luminous, like white gold highlight. As you can see, cheekbones, a little bit on my temples, down my nose, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin area. I love how luminous this is without being glittery or sparkly. It is one of my all-time favorite highlights. And I think it works really well for this makeup look. Blendy, blendy. Glow, glow, glow. I feel like you can see the glow best on my nose. And here I took a little bit more of that bronzer just on an e.l.f. small stippling brush to kind of give me more definition right in my cheekbone area. I didn't want to get a contour powder because I was just too lazy to get up. Milani Eyeshadow Primer. I felt like I looked like I was poking my eyes out applying this to my lids. And then here in a minute, we're going to go in with our Too Faced Stardust by Vegas Nay palette. Yep, and the shade, the lightest shade, it's kind of like a matte creamy white Chandelier. As you can see, I'll be taking that all over both of my eyelids to kind of set that eyeshadow primer and then just kind of give it a nice light kind of base for the rest of this eye look. Now this eye look is really only going to use 4 colors in the palette: Chandelier, Millenial, Girls Night, and Selfie. Yep, here I go in with my crease. I end up blending, I think this is first just Millenial. I take it in the crease in like the outer C area. And then I'm playing with my lamp to see if I can get any better lighting to see what I'm doing, but I don't think it works. So I'm just blending that into the crease, and then here in a minute or two, you'll see me take the shade Girls Night, which is just a deeper brown. Millenial is kind of just like a nice light, almost maybe warm brown, I don't know, just that lighter crease shade. Yep, and there's the other eye going in with Millenial. Then, like I said, here in a minute, you will see me go in with Girls Night just to kind of deepen the look up a little bit. I don't want it to be dramatic because this springy kind of makeup look is very light and natural. So we're not going too heavy on the eyes or really any of our makeup. It's just very nice and light and dewy and luminous and natural, and it just looks very, very pretty for every day, I think. This might be Girls Night, yeah, because this looks like it's deepening up that crease a little bit. And I think I've just been using my e.l.f. blending brush for my crease in this video. So I honestly just went and put that in the exact same spots that I did with Millenial, just to make sure it was nice and deep, and then I made sure it was nice and blended. Here, and then I'm taking, yep, here's Selfie on a flat shadow brush by Palladio. It's that nice shimmering color, just to give it some, I don't know, life to the lids, I guess. I didn't want it to be all matte. And here's me blending at a better angle so I can get some better light. Yep, I think I was facing towards my window to just get a little bit of natural light in. Then I took a little bit more of Chandelier on a very small flat shadow brush on my brow bone. Now I'm taking Sonia Kashuk's Natural Lip Liner to line my lips and fill them in as our base for our lip look. And this is just a very nice pinky brown nude color, very matte. But here in a minute, you will see me take a very pretty drugstore gloss over it. I don't know why I had to mention that was drugstore. So, but that lip gloss is the Loreal Color Riche lip gloss. It's a nice shimmering lip gloss, nice and soft pink. It's actually called soft pink. And what it's going to do is it's going to lighten up this lip look and just make it look very girly and pretty. Give you some nice shimmery lips. Yep, and there's our gloss. So as you can see, the lip liner is a little bit darker. This lightens it up. Oh, yep, there's me going in with a little bit more of that blush, MAC Well Dressed. And as you can see, that highlight looks really beautiful. All right, now what I did is I took just a little bit of Millenial and Girls Night from that eyeshadow palette, and I mixed them just to define my lower lash line just a little bit. Yep, and now I'm taking MAC Stubborn Brown to define my upper and lower lash line the tiniest bit. If I were to do this again, I would be doing the eyeliner first and then setting it and smudging it out with those eyeshadows, but that's okay. I feel like I started talking really loud in this video, so I apologize for the sound if it gets really, really loud. And I'm surprised I was able to put on my eyeliner because normally I cannot do it on camera, no matter if it's a liquid or a pencil. But I felt pretty proud of myself for doing it. I was also trying very hard to concentrate, going very, very slow. Alright, and now here we go with some mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect. I did this on upper and lower lashes, and then after the video, I forgot I was going to use the CoverGirl Supersizer on my top lashes, which you will not see. But I did speed this up, I think, by like 2 times, because I think watching me doing my mascara is very, very boring. And I forgot how wet of a mascara this is. It kind of got all over my lid, but that's okay. That's okay. Oops, camera moved. And then, yep, there's me blending out because I noticed that concealer creased. I was like, boo! So I was attempting to kind of re-blend it out without completely ruining my mascara. I got a little bit on my sponge, but that's okay. Now I'm taking a look, and I'm... Oh, and I forgot to mention I did my brows off camera because I think that's boring as well. Primer spray, just pressing that in with my sponge to make sure my skin looks nice and dewy, and there we are. Nice luminous springy natural makeup look. Hope you liked it. Bye!